Voting is underway, and the Franklin County Board of Elections is already reporting problems. Good evening to you, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kerry Charles.
I'm Colleen Marshall. Some absentee ballots have been sent to incorrect addresses. This comes at the very beginning of the voting season, where record numbers of absentee ballots are expected to be sent out.
NBC4's Eric Halpern is following this story, joins us live tonight from the Board of Elections. Eric, how big of a problem are we talking about?
Kerry and Colleen, the board says, quote, a significant number of voters were sent absentee ballots that were meant for someone else. And now the board is working to figure out just how many people got the wrong ballots so they can resend the right ones. Like most days, Ashley Castrocone's husband brought in the mail on Tuesday. Delivered today were their absentee ballots.
In the interest of safety, we requested the absentee ballots.
She opened it and began looking down the ballot, but when she got to the congressional race, she realized something was off.
I looked down and start kind of reading through the candidates and get down to the House representative and see that it is not Joyce Beatty and Mark Richardson on it. Instead, it's Steve Stivers and Joel Newby, who are not in my district for representative.
So she started taking a look at everything else. She also noticed the precinct number was correct on her envelope, but not on her ballot. Her husband got the right ballot.
I do consider myself a pretty informed voter, and so like I said, I wasn't sure if I missed something completely, but then obviously why would there be two different ballots at the same house address?
Ashley is not alone. The Franklin County Board of Elections released a statement Tuesday saying, in part, this afternoon, the board was made aware that some voters were mailed the incorrect ballot for the voter's assigned address. It was determined that a high-speed scanner used to proof ballots for accuracy was not working properly. According to a board spokesperson, they were hearing, for example, some ballots meant for Westerville ended up in Whitehall. You can always check your ballot against the sample ballot for your address on the board's website. As for Ashley, she says after calling the BOE, she was told she should get a new, correct ballot by the end of the week.
Well, if I hadn't known who my representative was offhand, I wouldn't have checked the precinct. You don't think of that.
And the Secretary of State's office also sent out a statement about this tonight saying, quote, system checks are in place to make sure mistakes like the one made by the Franklin County Board of Elections don't happen, but they only work if the board properly executes those checks. When we became aware of the issues, we immediately notified the Franklin County Board of Elections, and they began work to mitigate the issue with impacted voters. And we are working more to learn about just how many voters are affected by this. Stay with NBC4 for the latest, both on air and online at NBC4i.com. Live and local for you in Columbus, I'm Eric Halpern, NBC4.
And that is great advice, Eric. And we want to remind you, if you live in Franklin County and received an absentee ballot, first of all, check it and then go to NBC4i.com for simple step-by-step instructions on how you can check it to make sure you've got the correct ballot and for what you need to do next if you did not. The story is there on our homepage.